latest developments from Middle East, a Hamas delegation has landed in Egypt for crucial negotiations on a ceasefire. The movement's spokesperson, Osama Hamdan, indicated some progress has been made. Simultaneously, a Qatari delegation is en route to Cairo as diplomatic efforts intensify to halt Israel's potential offensive in Rafah, the last sanctuary for 1.5 million Palestinians. Meanwhile, Israeli officials, as quoted by Haaretz, are expressing determination to invade Rafah, heightening tensions in the region. Adding to the urgency of the situation, the head of the UN World Food Programme has declared a full-blown famine in northern Gaza. Thousands of Palestinians are suffering due to restricted humanitarian aid flow imposed by Israel. Tragically, the toll of the conflict continues to rise, with reports indicating that at least 34,654 Palestinians have lost their lives and 77,908 have been wounded in Israeli attacks on Gaza since 7th October. Pakistan President Asif Ali Zardari has approved the appointment of governors for Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Punjab, and Balochistan. His son and PPP chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari had nominated two senior party leaders for the posts of KP and Punjab governors as part of a pre-agreed deal with the PMLN. In Balochistan, Jafar Khan Mandokhel, president of the PMLN's provincial chapter, has been appointed as the new governor. President Zardari also approved the appointments of Faisal Karim Kundi as KP governor, Sardar Salim Haider for Punjab, and Mandokhel for Balochistan, in accordance with Article 1011 of the Constitution. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari had met Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif to discuss the nominations, expressing confidence in their abilities. Mandokhel's appointment was finalized after approval from PMLN Supremo Nawaz Sharif. He will replace Malik Abdul Wali Khan Kakar. Balighur Rahman and Haji Ghulam Ali were previously serving as governors of Punjab and KP. This move comes as part of a cooperation mechanism between PPP and PMLN following 8th February elections, where key constitutional positions were allocated to the PPP. Meanwhile, PMLN Senator Afnan Ullah Khan has spoken out against electing independent candidates as senators, including Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi, and called it a continuation of the hybrid system.
मोहम्मद औरंगजेब साहब हमारी टिकट पे बने, वो हमारी टिकट पे ही सेनेटर बने। मोहसिन नकवी साहब को वोट ज़रूर हमने दिया था, इसमें कोई शक नहीं है। ये देखें, ये जो बीज बोया गया था 2017-16 में बड़ी मेहनत करके, वो जो हाइब्रिड निज़ाम और वन पेज का बीज था, वो अब एक दरख्त बन गया।
India and Japan have refuted President Joe Biden's recent remarks labeling them as xenophobic countries alongside China and Russia for their immigration policies. At the fundraiser, Biden criticized these countries for purportedly hindering economic growth due to their reluctance to accept immigrants, contrasting it with the perceived benefits of migration in the United States. India's Minister of External Affairs Subramanyam Jaishankar emphasized the country's historical openness to immigrants and its strong economic standing, following Biden's comments at a recent campaign fundraiser. Japan, with a low immigrant population, also challenged Biden's characterization of its immigration policies as unfortunate and not reflective of its actual stance. Despite Biden's prior efforts to strengthen ties with India and Japan, his comments sparked controversy, prompting responses from both nations' embassies. Japan clarified that Biden's remarks were not intended to undermine the importance of the Japanese relationship, indicating that the controversy would not affect future cooperation with the US. It may be added here that India has faced criticism for its Citizenship Amendment Act, which expedites naturalization for non-Muslims from certain neighboring countries, a move perceived as discriminatory by critics.